All right, next up here, we've got UTSA and Texas. In this one, we've got right now Texas 11-point home favorites over the Roadrunners. Meep. 60 being the total here in this game. And so Jose Bouquet is going to love me saying this, but yeah, I'm going to be on the Roadrunners here. I don't buy into a letdown after the Army game. I know it was an emotional game. They pulled it out with the game against Army. And it looked like they were on the ropes in that game. Yet they ended up finding a way to come back and win 41-38. Back and forth game it went. Exhausting game. Usually I don't like betting on teams that have coming off back-to-back, overtime games, and maybe they fall flat. Can they ramp it up for a third straight week? Hopefully they can physically, because this is not, if anything, this will be a physical letdown for UTSA. You went to overtime against Houston. You went to overtime against Army. Physical football games, both of them, and you have nothing left physically here for Texas. Maybe there is a physical letdown. There sure as fuck ain't going to be a mental or an emotional letdown, because they are amped. They will be to play Texas. No question about that. They will be geared up, the Roadrunners, to play Texas, and they catch Texas at their most vulnerable. They're coming off their own heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, agonizing loss to Alabama. They emptied the tank. They threw everything they could at Alabama. The defense played out of their minds against Alabama to keep them in that game. I was beyond impressed with Sark's defense and how they bottled up Bryce Young. They bottled up those receivers. Alabama didn't really get the run game going. And the Texas defense took it on themselves once Quinn Ewers got injured and left the game. And as we know, he's out 4 to 6 weeks. We're going to try to win this game for our team. And they did everything, and they nearly did win it for Texas, that defense. But they fell short. It's a brutal loss. The prospects of Ewers being out now for a long period of time. And then the number 2 quarterback, Hudson Card, came in, and he gets banged up. He's gimping and limping around most of that game, and yet he's still trying to gut it out and play. You talk about a physical gas tank that could be on empty. That could be Texas coming into this one here against UTSA. And there's no sure thing, Conor, that we're going to see Hudson Card in the game here for Texas either. On Saturday, because he was definitely not able to move around in the pocket to the level he thought. So keep an eye on that. Will he go? And if Hudson Card isn't feeling good, he's got a little bit of a sprained ankle, we could be down to Malik Murphy, at the quarterback spot here for Texas in this game. So, yeah, I mean, you got UTSA certainly off back-to-back overtime games, but I think it's worse for Texas. I mean, they put everything into that Alabama performance, and to lose it like that, a heartbreaker, this could be a spot where they truly fall flat a little bit, the Longhorns. What do they have left physically? What are you going to get from Card at quarterback if he plays, especially if he's less than 100% mobility? Yeah, for me, it's the Roadrunners here, plus the points. What do you think, Conor?
Yeah, I'm going to wait on this one. I think this might be the points too. It landed right there. They won by 3 in OT. That's why I couldn't take that game. Like, if I had to, I was leaning Army, but I thought there'd be points. Went back and forth, went to OT, got over again. I think Card's gonna be a go. That's what I want to wait for this week to make sure of that. But I think Robinson will be able to run on him. And remember, on Saturday, I said Robinson's got to make good plays, and he did against Alabama. Same thing with Worthy. I told you, one of the better receivers in the country, and he had a big day. He had over 120. So I think they're able to do what they want, but I think UTSA might be able to move it too. I don't know. This one, maybe I wait to play live, because initially I kind of want to take the over, but maybe this total's too high. Texas defense is pretty good. So this one's a live play, but I'm with you. I kind of lean. I want a little more though with UTSA, a little more points, maybe getting more than a couple touchdowns is where I'd want to be, but yeah, I lean that, and I'm going to look at this one live maybe on the total.